Hey everyone, welcome back to Married Let's Talk. How are you? I'm going to be talking about a topic today that um, someone commented and asked me to talk about. And it's been a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but wanted to be it's a sensitive, very sensitive topic, which is, spousal abuse. I don't want to That's one thing that I never take lightly. Welcome to Married Let's Talk. If you're not a part of our family, please just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit the like. Today, it's really emotional for me because it's so unfair for a woman to stay in a relationship that it's not benefiting her in any kind of way, that she's not happy in, that she can't be the best of herself. It's really painful to trust someone that, you say I do to, you trust him and you guys get married and then you're in the relationship and he turns you into a punching bag. It's painful. It's so painful. And they were in love. I mean, you try to do all things just to make the guy happy, but a lot of times you can't. It's not your fault. You can't. You can't make anybody happy. It's not your job to make anybody happy. Happiness comes from within. And a lot of these men that are abusing their wives, because can you imagine that over 4 million women are being abused in marriage, but only 1 out of 4 are literally reported, and the others are not reported. We've heard of, spouses that have killed their wives, and I just want to, first of all, read Ephesians 5:21. God says that we should submit one to another. He didn't say that one should be controlling over the other. He says submit one to another in the fear of God. So if that husband of yours had any kind of fear of God, you will not be his punching bag. Why would you sit in a relationship where a man treats you as if you're nothing, just to pump himself up? Because a lot of times they are the one that have the low self-esteem. They give you a black eye, they rape you, they knock you out in front of your children. And then to make matters worse, you are adding to the community of having angry children. Because the children they know exactly what daddy is doing to mommy. They know exactly how daddy's beating mommy up, how daddy's abusing mommy. Even though mommy will go to the kids and say, oh no, your dad is just, he's not feeling well, or, somebody pissed him off at work, and make all sorts of excuses for this man that is treating you as if you're nothing. You have a degree. You're working. I heard a woman says, in one of the videos, she says, this is not supposed to happen to professionals. Really? This can happen to anyone. Whether you're a professional, whether you're not a professional. My thing is, you need to know what you're worth. I know that it's shameful. Who are you to talk to? How did you get yourself into this situation? Sweetheart, you're there. You're in this situation. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to allow that man to kill you? Are you going to allow that man to continue to rape you? Are you going to allow that man to continue to turn you into his punching bag just because he's angry? Let me tell you, there's a cycle of what these men go through. Is that they first abuse you, then later on they apologize, and then they have this thing where, you know, they feel guilty. They start making excuses for what they've done to you. Oh, this is the reason why. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hit you. They buy you flowers. They do all of that. So you think it's a honeymoon, you know, moment again. And you're thinking, oh my God, everything is going to be perfect from here. It's not. Give him another minute, another day, another week. Either your lip is going to be busted, or he's going to knock you out, or he's going to choke you to death. Do you really, really feel that your children deserve you as their mother, bringing them into this world? They deserve you to die and not have a mom to take care of them because you loved a man over your children? If you are being abused, if the man puts one hand on you, that's not a man. It's not a man that you should be with. Don't make excuses for him. He needs help. I'm not asking you to divorce in any kind of way. What I'm saying is that this guy needs help. And what you need to do is not try to find him help, because you probably get a butt whipping from that. You need to find yourself help and get away from that situation. Separate you and your children from him. Get away from him. Let him realize and recognize that he needs help. And make sure that he doesn't know where you guys are going. Make sure he doesn't know where you're staying until he gets that help. If you don't do that, this man will kill you. And when he does kill you, who you think is next on line? Your children. So you think now when you die, you get to heaven, then what? Oh God, I tried my best to put him in place. It's not your job. It's not your job to put any man in place. It's not your job. Your job is to be a mother to your children, to be a wife to a husband who would take care of you, who would love you, who will respect you, who will honor you. And if he cannot do that, you should not be there. You guys get out, you're smiling. You know, everybody think everything is okay with your relationship, and then you get home and you getting your butt kicked. You getting your butt whooped. And who sees it? Your children. And your little babies can't do anything about it. And you sit there and you allow that abuse to go on. You are creating a mess in a society. You're creating a mess for your next generation. The man is not going to stop until you are dead. What part of that don't you get? He have no love for you. Love, it does not hurt. Love does not slam you against the mirror. Love does not push you. Love does not beat you. No matter what has caused him to be that way, that's not your problem. You can't fix him. You can't fix him until he recognizes that he has a problem and he go get some help. And don't be tricked into he coming to you telling you, oh, I know I have an issue. I'm going to go get some help and da-da-da-da-da. You go get help, and you, mother, pack your children and run. Separate yourself. If he tells you that no one will love you, it's a lie. If he tells you that no one will ever marry you, it's a lie. Your children will love you. Your family will love you. But in some cases, the family will see that this guy is really abusing you. And then the husband does it in a way where he separates you from your family. He separates you from your friends. He separates you from everyone that could ever tell you the truth. And then it's just you and him at it. Sweetheart, he's going to kill you. But if that is okay with you, no problem. He's going to kill you. You're just waiting for you to breathe your last breath. He's going to kill you. If no one has ever told you that, I'm telling you. He's going to kill you. And then after he kills you, he's going to kill your children. Whether he's going to kill them emotionally, whether physically, spiritual, he is going to kill them. Love is not painful. Love does not push. Love does not humiliate one. Love does not choke you. It shouldn't. That's not love. That's not love. A man that wants to control everything. Control where you're going. What you're saying. Who you saying it to. Who you talking to on the phone. What you wearing. Who you hanging out with. Who you walking around with. That's not a man. He is controlling you in order to keep you. And what's going on is that I'm still going to do a show where I'm going to talk about a lot of times what causes this anger that these men have. And a lot of times it's just insecurity. Many of them are just very, very insecure and very controlling. And they feel like if they make you feel as if you're nothing, if they make you feel as if no one loves you, no one cares about you, they can keep you under and continue to abuse you. Talking about they love you. They don't love you. A man that will not allow you to grow does not love you. A man that's forcing himself on you does not love you. A man that every time you guys go somewhere and he gives you the eye and you immediately know what that eye is, and that eye is you better shut up, does not love you. Does not love you. If you don't want to save yourself, at least save your children. Save your children. You did not have these children. You did not bring them into the world for them to have a father that would be knocking them out. Don't you understand that mentally these children can never be okay again? Seeing that their mom was abused by their dad, and then they grow up, and then they start doing the same thing to their own spouse. Because this is what they saw mommy take. Mommy was taking the beatings. Mommy was taking the knockouts. Mommy never fought for herself. And then whenever mommy wanted to say something, daddy knocked her out. So then when they have a wife who chooses that she want to say something, they're going to do what their daddy did to their mommy and knock her out. Sweetheart, you can be okay. Leave him. Separate from him. Get a better life. People love you. The society, the community, we love you. We just want you to be better. Don't be in an abusive relationship. Don't. There's too many men out there that are looking for a good woman. Yeah, you can have 5 kids. There was a woman who left her husband, took her 5 children, and 4 years later, a man married her. He didn't only marry her, he gave her a befitting wedding. There's people out there who will love you for who you are, who will treat you well. Don't let no man emotionally, physically, spiritually kill you. Don't let no church tell you jack. God don't love divorce. Well, I'm not divorcing him. I'm just separating from him. I just need to get away. I don't want to die. There's only one life to live. One. And once you've missed it, that's it. Once you've missed it, that's it. Be careful. Don't let this man kill you. You have a life to live. You have a life to live. A man that cannot love you the way that God loved the church, the way that Jesus loved the church, if he cannot love you, that means he does not love himself. He's supposed to love you. You came out of him. He's supposed to love you. If he cannot love you, then he doesn't love himself. He has a problem that you cannot fix. But if you're not careful, he will kill you. You will die. And you will not go to heaven. You will go to hell. You know why? Because people are telling you, this man needs help. You need help. Get your children away from this man. God is sending people to you. And then you have somebody from some church, oh my God, don't like them. Well, I'm not divorcing him. I need him to go get some help. I don't want to die in this. We've seen so many women that has chosen to stay in relationships and they have died. They have died. They never experienced the love that they were really looking for. And then they left children behind that are also mentally messed up. I am begging you. On this show, if you are in an abusive relationship, if that man even lay a hand or even try to lay a hand, girl, it's not a good situation. You don't want to die. You want to live. You want to live. You want to love. It's beautiful. Love is beautiful. And if you're not getting it from that, it's a monster. He needs help. Because a lot of times they don't even know what they're doing. They knocking you out, punching you in the lip, busting your lip out, giving you a black eye. And you fighting for him? No, sweetheart. Don't fight for him. Fight for you. Fight for your life. Fight for your children. Don't end up in an abusive relationship. There's so many people out there that can love you. Don't let no man spit on you telling you that you ain't nothing. Because there's another man around the corner that want to show you what real love is all about. I promise you. I promise you. Churches, these are things that we are supposed to be treating, things we're supposed to be talking about, messages that we're supposed to be preaching. We're supposed to have helping place. In your church, 1 out of 4 marriages are being in an abusive marriage. The woman is in an abusive marriage. 98% of the time, it's the woman that's being abused. 2% of the time, it's the man that's being emotionally abused. If that is your case, I am begging you, email me. Let's talk about it. This is not the life that God wants for you. Don't think when you leave, you're not going to have money. You don't have any place to go. Email me. Email me. There's programs, so many programs that will help you. That will help you. That will help you and your children. That will make this test, you will turn it into a testimony that you will know that only God could have saved you. I had to do this video. I had to do the video because women are dying. And you don't need to die. You don't need to marry someone that's abusive. I had a girlfriend of mine, she came to my house, and she was dating a guy for a while. And the guy had proposed to her. This is what they do. The guy had proposed to her. So everybody was like, oh, that's so sweet, whatever. And she said that they had traveled. And she traveled with him to go and see his family. And right in front of her, he took his little sister and he slam dunked her and slapped her. His little sister. Because he had sent her to do something and she didn't do it on time. But it was his little sister, but she was a grown woman. She must have been in her 30s. How do you take a 30-year-old? Or how do you take any year-old woman and you slap her in front of a crowd outside? My girlfriend said that was her wake-up call. No, he begged. He begged. He begged. And she was like, I just got out of one relationship. I'm not getting into this one. What? If you can slap your own flesh and blood like that, who am I? Who am I? You probably pull me. I'm lost for words. But all I can tell you is, when you see the signs in the beginning, they don't change. When you are married to them and they even try to, one day, it's coming. And you don't want to be a thing where he kills you. And some of them that says, oh, if you leave me, I'm going to find you, I'm going to kill you. Girl, that's just a threat. I know some people have really died. But you need to literally get help. It may not necessarily be your pastor. Go and get help from someone who can really, really help you. Okay? Thank you so much for watching my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video with whoever you think needs it. Thank you. Take care.